Beth, haven't gotten any new information from deputies yet, but I did get a little bit closer to the area where you can see the investigators are talking to one another right now. And it's in that area where I noticed there was blood on the ground. The fact that all of these dead fish have washed ashore could be an indication that red tide is starting to creep up the East Coast. Now, there's so much fish out here, you can literally scoop it up in a shovel. And you know the morning commute is already stressful. This is probably making it even worse. We've been hearing people honking all morning. Stuff like that, trying to get through this roadblock. Now, right now, we're on Orange Avenue. That's right, Brittany, and apparently it all went down along this dirt road. I just spoke to a neighbor who says that man was just walking down this road, shooting into the air, and that's when she called police. Now, she says he shot and killed her dog who was living in a shed behind this home, and then shot another dog in this yard. But first, I want to show you just some of the damage that car caused when it crashed into the front door here. You can see some of the drywall from inside of the store knocked out, had to be gutted. When this guy initially spoke to detectives, he told them that he was the victim of a home invasion. When deputies got to the home, they found the dead body of Christina Danielle Scar. And when detectives dug a little deeper, they say they found evidence to prove this guy wasn't a victim at all. We're hopping on now, and next time we see you guys, we'll be at the new train station, so I'm going to send it back to you. We're reporting live. That's right, Beth. And the overall tone of John Mina's briefing was that this is a very serious and active situation. Serious because this suspect has barricaded himself inside of an apartment. He's believed to be armed, and we're told that he has 4 hostages with him, all of whom are children. We're told the youngest one is 1 year old, the oldest is 12. Now take a listen to what we just heard from John Mina.
He has 4 hostages.
You know, when he told me this, I was shocked, because if I were in that situation, let's just say I would feel completely different. Now, he says he wants to forgive this person and actually wants to help them avoid any jail time. As we make our way upstairs, you'll see this big hole in the roof. That's where the lightning strike came through. And you can see, just if you kind of pan down to the stairwell, all of the damage. This all had to be done because firefighters had to gut the attic after it caught fire. Now, the strike came through. This is the master bedroom here. The homeowner tells me he is thanking God that he was not here on the 2nd floor when this all happened. He was on the 1st floor. If we come through here, you can see this is where the lightning hit the home, and pretty much, not even pretty much, it damaged this home. It's not livable whatsoever. Now, the homeowner told me that insurance adjusters will be coming out here later today to examine the damage here and let them know what could possibly be done. But as you can imagine, the people living here are devastated because they tell me they have lost everything. For now, we're live in Orlando. Deborah Souverain, Spectrum News 13. More than 1,100 Duke Energy workers headed up to the Carolinas today to help with the aftermath of the storm. Now, they're going to be working on transformers like this, but massive flooding that's expected after Florence rolls through could impact their response time. You can see the Norwegian Sun dock behind me here at Terminal 10 at Port Canaveral, and the ship arrived about half an hour early today, but once it leaves later this afternoon, it will make history. It will be the first ship to ever cruise from Port Canaveral to Havana. Cars stalled on the road in Bonita Springs. Water flowing over Bonita Beach Road, leaving this community underwater after Hurricane Irma ripped through Southwest Florida. Jefferson Garcia lives back here. The only way home now is by kayak.
You were just lucky to be alive, you know?
So we've gone through maybe 3 blocks already in total devastation. I mean, you can see things. That's a couch that was probably inside of someone's home. That's a chair, another couch. This is really, really, I don't even have words. That car practically submerged, and this is a community that just dealt with flooding 2 weeks ago. You're helping me out. You let me come out here on your canoe. How is it just to see this?
It's just saddening, you know. After a while, it starts to sink in the real thought that this is real, and we've lost a lot of our stuff now. We got to start from scratch, but just waiting for this water to go down.
In some parts, the water is waist deep. We're gonna try to get out to give you guys a better look at just how deep this water is in some communities. But some of the homes were built up a little bit higher, so they were a bit better off. Like this one, for instance, you can see the water is maybe up to an inch or two, but then you have other homes like this one right next to it, where there's probably 3 feet of water inside.
We saw the worst, but you know, it's only material objects, so as long as we're living, that's the best.
Picking up the pieces. This mess caused by crooks, who police say rammed a car into this Metro PCS store in Orlando early this morning.
How stupid can you be?
Phil Beaver, who goes by Puppy, lives right next to this plaza. He says this area has been hit a lot in the past.
I've heard them like 2 or 3 different times in the past, hear glass breaking.
In one case, he says he had to chase the robbers out of a Little Caesars store 2 doors down from the Metro PCS.
They've got me on tape at Little Caesars, coming up with a baseball bat and chased them out of Little Caesars.
The crooks also targeting this restaurant, shattering this side door here to get through. They also went after this China Taste restaurant next to Little Caesars, targeting 3 businesses at this plaza in a matter of minutes.
It just gets so frustrating for them. They're all good people.
It was a tight squeeze driving this car out the way it came in.
The front panel up by the headlights dented.
Colton lives right across the street. He's worried if this keeps happening, things could escalate.
It's kind of nerve-wracking because my biggest worry is them moving away from the businesses and moving into the residences across the street.
There are plenty of cameras out here, so whatever happened was definitely caught on tape.
This is ridiculous, with the car going all the way through it. I can't tell you what's on their minds.
Back out here live, we're showing you just one of at least 5 cameras that are outside of these businesses out here. Detectives will be going over the surveillance video to figure out who might be responsible for this. We're also waiting to figure out who owns that car.